This is Big Boss Calvin 83. First off, I want to say Happy Father's Day to the fathers, to the men, not the women, to all the men who are fathers or taking on a father figure role or is a mentor to the children, to real fathers, to the good men who are dads, and stepfathers who are doing a good job, and men who are fulfilling that role of being a father when they didn't sign up to be it. You know, that that's all I'm going to say. Even if you are a deadbeat dad, it's not your fault. You know why I said this? You know why I say it like that? Even though I shouldn't give you props for being a dad, because on Mother's Day, women get praise. Women who are mothers or not get praise. Even women who are deadbeat mothers, shitty ass mothers, they still get praise, and they get recognition, and they get rewarded. They get placed on the pedestal. They are. It's like women can do no women. Women can never do anything wrong, and it's never the woman's fault. I'm going to give you a history lesson, a quick history lesson on Father's Day. It's a pagan day. It's 100-year-old tradition. People who worship the Babylon elite men, who are considered leaders of Babylon. That's when Father's Day started. I believe I did some research on it, so I'm just going by the research. And it was that tradition from Babylon was hijacked to modern American society. I think by the Christians. Just same with Mother's Day. You know why? You know how Mother's Day started? Mother's Day started from people from Greece worshiping the female of the goddess. You follow what I'm saying? So you had people in the Greece back in that time worshiping Rhea, the woman, as the god. They call her the god, but technically she's the goddess. And then centuries later, then the Mother's Day got hijacked by the Christians, and the working poor couldn't. The reason why Mother's Day came about was started from Greece. Mother's Day was hijacked by the Christians. It's a pagan day, remember. And what happened was, when that Mother's Day was hijacked, it came commercialized, obviously, Mother's Day, to, come on, I think it's in Europe, somewhere in Europe. The men couldn't see them. The men who are working, the working class men, the poor, can celebrate Mother's Day with their mother. So they worshipped. I did my research on this. I'm trying to make sense of this. So since men can go home to their mothers, the working class men, and people couldn't go home to their mothers, particularly the men, they had a Mother's Day to honor not only the queen. Remember, it was a hijack. Mother's Day was a hijacked holiday by the Christians. So they honored I don't know if it was the Queen of England, but it was the Queen of somewhere in Europe. So since men can go home to spend time with their mother, and people, period, they came up with the tradition of Mother's Day by the Europeans. You can do your research. The links will be in the description box. Y'all can have fun with that. But yeah, you know, it's really, I'm glad that Father's Day is being acknowledged. Despite whatever issues that you have with your father, it's great to acknowledge Father's Day, even though I don't agree with pagan days, rather be Mother's Day or Father's Day, but especially Mother's Day, because that's bullshit. But Father's Day was still treated like a Tuesday. You know what I mean? It was. Even though people are trying to acknowledge the dads, but men that holiday should be credited to men only. Rather the man's a father, or he's just forced, or he's fulfilling that role. Men should get respect and celebrated and honored. They shouldn't be criticized and ridiculed, especially by you females, especially by the women, because we don't disrespect women on Mother's Day. And I'm tired of the double standard. Women, you are not the father. You cannot play mother and the father. You can only play the mom. So you don't deserve an extra day. Women, you got too many days that cater to you. You got Christmas. You got Valentine's Day. That's for the women. You got Mother's Day. That's for the women. Birthdays, I'll give you a pass on that, but everything panders to women. Society panders to women, and it's really sick. I'm very sick and tired of society pandering to women. Everything is geared and catered towards women. We're taught to cater to women. People, period. Especially men. On Mother's Day, you have to celebrate mom. You got to respect mom, even though mom can beat your ass and abuse you. Let some strange man, or I should say male, rather be her boyfriend's or her second husband or third husband, abuse you as a child and molest you and rape you. It's like women want they want the perks and benefits of everything. Women want the credit. Like I said, women, there's no such thing as I'm the mother and the father. You don't see men saying on Mother's Day, you don't see men saying, well, I'm the father and the mother. So since when Mother's Day come, I want praise. Men don't do that shit. You don't see men saying, cater to me. Society, please pander to me. Please give me all this grace, give me all this goodness and gracious and love and recognition and acknowledgement. I want credit on Mother's Day, and then when Father's Day come, you better deliver or else. Men don't do that, but women do. You know what I'm saying? When Mother's Day come, women are all respected, even if they're shitty ass mom, even though they're deadbeat moms, even though women are doing some dirty ass shit. Most women, not all, but not just the vast majority of them doing some dirty ass shit to the children, especially the boys. Not protecting their kids from abuse. If they with another man and that child is being abused and bullied and beaten, molested, raped, sexually abused, period. Women, you cannot hold women accountable because even though she's a victim, even though she made a shitty ass choice, a piss poor choice of having a kid out of wedlock, but then the kid is a victim of a woman's poor choice of choosing bad males. You can't criticize women. And I find that disheartening and fucking bullshit. You got women who are deadbeat moms who don't take care of the fucking kids, even though they got custody of the kids, not doing right by spending the child support money that's for the children only, but she's getting her nails done, buying outfits, and taking care of a deadbeat ain't shit dude, living in the house rent-free, not paying a fucking bill, not doing nothing for the kids, but treating them like shit and treating her like shit. And She's just spending it on herself and her girlfriends and her shitty ass boyfriend or deadbeat husband, which is the kid's stepfather. But society don't talk about how bad women can be. You know, you got women doing everything they can to keep the father out of the kid's life, the biological father out of the child's life, because they don't want, because she wants government assistance, she wants public assistance, welfare. She don't want the man in the household, but she wants child support, and she's married. She wants alimony and child support, the combo, and she don't want the child to have any influence or dad to have his say so on how the child should be raised and disciplined. She only wants her opinions and influence to be instilled in the child, but not the biological father. But nobody talks about that on Mother's Day. You don't know. Nobody talks about that. Period. You know, you don't see men who are playing both roles, who are single fathers out there, who don't get no damn help, no damn support, because men got to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. You know, there ain't no social programs for men. There ain't no government departments to help men. There ain't no welfare for men. There ain't no public assistance aid, whatever the fuck, for men. You know, there's nothing for men. Men got to fend for themselves and take care of that child, or take care of somebody else's child. Men are forced to pay child support for a kid that ain't even there sometimes. Men are victims of paternity fraud, but these bitches get away with lying and shit. But I never hear men saying, well, I'm the father and I'm the mother. When Mother's Day come, I want credit on that holiday. But women, y'all do that shit. You cannot be the mother and the father. You can only be mom. You can only be the mother. You know what I'm saying? So stop doing that. You know, you're mad at the man because you are forced to be. You know what I told you to fuck around and be a fucking whore and have a child out of wedlock. You could have got the abortion. You could have strapped up. It is your responsibility to make sure you are protected. Stop relying on the man to protect you. You are an adult. You knew what you were doing. You claim to be more mature than men, most of you women, and more smarter than men, and more on point. So it's time for you women to be an adult and take full responsibility for your actions and the decisions that you make. You understand what I'm telling you? You know, nobody told you to lay down with some ain't shit, dusty, broke-ass, unproductive, lazy-ass, bum-ass dude that you chose and have a baby by him. You reject good men. You don't approach men. You treat men like shit. Every time you got potential guys who could be the love of your life, who would take care of you and love you and want to have a family with you, you deny them a life. You deny men like me who want to be fathers, who want to be the husband and the dad, and have a family. I'm back. I got interrupted. Like I'm saying, is to the women, is that you got many men that you deny a life, a dating and sex life, and you deny them a chance and opportunity to have a wife and kids and be that father and be that husband. And it's not right. You know what I'm saying? You have men right now who are excellent fathers, but they don't get the credit. The media and feminists do not want to give these men any credit. You know, good men who do what they're supposed to do, have morals and integrity, but they don't get no respect. But women, no matter who you are, what kind of woman you are, as a woman, we're supposed to respect you no matter what. And you get praised on these pagan days, these pagan holidays, like Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. But men respect your day. But y'all don't do that in return. Majority of you don't. Right now, you got men who are doing what they're supposed to do, good to their kids, good to their wife, no love. You have men who got kicked out of their own home thanks to no fault divorce, and they can't be that good husband because the woman don't like him, don't respect him, because she can't have her way and she's not happy, so she's going to break up the family. Does everything within her power to keep the man out of the kids' lives so he can't be a father, raping them for child support, and that's wrong. Don't want just want his money, but don't want the man to have any interaction with his own children. And some of you females will say, "Well, she gave birth to them." Well, without that man's sperm, there's no way she could give birth to his offspring. It's his offspring, so he has a choice and a say so. That's how it should be. But thanks to gynocentrism and female privilege, that's not the case. You have many guys, let's say he's a stepfather doing some of these guys who are stepfathers are doing an excellent job and taking the role of taking care of somebody else's children. But men don't get no credit for that. Or you got other men who are stepping in, who are playing that father figure role, even if he's a mentor. Still no credit. You got men taking care of kids who ain't even biologically theirs, like I said before. No credit, no respect. But many of you females want to talk about, well, Father's Day is my day too. No, it's not. You cannot be the mother and the father. It is, like I said, if you picked a man who ain't shit and is a deadbeat, that's your fault. To you women out there who made that poor choice, you chose wrong. Now you got to deal with the consequences and deal with the repercussions of your dumbass actions and choices and decisions. Own up to it. Be an adult. And stop shifting the blame. Stop blaming other men for your fuck-ups. You have men that were good men who was a good boyfriend. He could have been a good husband, taking care of your kids, or he was taking care of his kids, but you deny him the life. You deny him the opportunity, and you took the opportunity away from him to be a good father. And like I said, you got men who you forced to live TFL, true forced loneliness, who want to be a husband, who want to have a wife and kids, but you deny him that opportunity to do so. You need to look at you women out there, you need to look at the mirror. Look in the mirror. Because the way society is the way you made it. The reason why men are the way they are is because you made men the way they are. And plus you're raising them. I got interrupted again, sorry. All I'm going to say is this in closing. Women and children, respect and honor Father's Day. And do that for the future. My thing is this. Father's Day, just like Mother's Day, should be every day, which is celebrated every day, Mother's Day. But Father's Day, people should make the effort and acknowledge that man's day. And women, you need to stop taking credit for stuff that's not yours. And Father's Day should be honored every day. And men should be given the opportunity to be fathers instead of having it taken away from them. And society needs to change. Think about what I said. Like I said, this is a man's day, and you women need to respect it. And you all need to do that for the future. Other than that, things are going to get ugly. So men need to be acknowledged and respected and be given credit for stuff that they do that is the X factor, and that goes unnoticed. But men need to be acknowledged and credited for the good things that we do, instead of you people condemning us for bad things. We need to be credited for good things. And that's all I'm going to say. Think about what I said. Peace.